Hi everyone, I'm once again back on Rakdos Shadow for two reasons. The first is that this deck has still something to offer, even more now that Hammer is less popular and our only natural enemy to beat are Solitude decks. And the second is that I'm opening a Patreon with Alessandro Moreno, a good friend of mine and a really good Magic player. We will focus mainly on Modern, Pauper, and my first article will be about this deck. So surely I'll give you more info on Twitter or in a future video, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to keep this end, surely. So yeah, let's keep. This could mean creativity. Okay, let's bubble ourselves. I think that I don't want it bolt on top. Let's see if they have some Renin 6 in hand. Yes, they do, and they are creativity indeed. So they don't have the green mana, so maybe I'm supposed to take the Bitter Union, but I think that Ren is a bit scarier here, so let's take the Ren and pass. I can always Thoughtseize them again to see if they drew something good out of the Bitter Union. Plus, they will probably just play a tapped land next turn. Okay, this land is not what we wanted. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize them again anyway. Let's first Street Wraith here. Looking for a DRC or a Death Shadow. We need to play around this Lightning Bolt too. Archon. Okay, let's take the Bitter Union and pass turn. We just need to draw any kind of removal, any kind of threat. So Scourge is fine, Death Shadow is fine too. I think I'm supposed to fetch Shock at least for now. Because I need to play a Death Shadow bigger than a 3/3. I'm going to fetch this one though tapped. DRC is not the best. Is it's fine, at least I can remove the bolt from their hand. Okay, they managed to find the third land, so they could probably play a Kiki Jiki, a Fable now, or a Vren. That's I'm not going to crack this fetch though. Okay, Ragavan is pretty good. Let's dash Ragavan face. Fable, please. Bitter Union, that's pretty good anyway. Bauble into Breach. Persist. That is scary though. If they have another Bitter Union, I'm most likely dead next turn. But I win with a Bolt, probably. Not sure. Another fetch. I mean, next turn I can bring back 2 Dragon Rage Channelers and play a bunch of Mishra's Bauble. Oh, that's even better. I can just Scourge, give Scourge haste, push the Goblin token, the Dwarf token and win like this. I think I prefer doing this play. Let's fetch for a Swamp here. They have a Fatal Push, at least they can breach now. Okay, GG. This is a pretty good end. Okay, Lilian of Void, that's actually annoying. Let's play our... I could also... I could also just play a Thoughtseize now. They could have a Vren 6. Okay, they have a Persist, they have Thoughtseize. I'm going to take the Thoughtseize and just pass the turn here. Should be fine just by casting our Blood Moon. That's a Dauthi though. They have a Bolt. So I need them to waste the Bolt on the Dragon Rage Channeler here. I think I'm going to play the Verdant Catacombs anyway. Because if I find another fetch land, I prefer going Swamp Swamp and then Blood Moon. I'm not going to crack the fetch now. I need another fetch. Okay. So let's go Swamp. Let's go Swamp again. And let's play our Blood Moon. Okay, let's attack now. I need to draw one of my bolt to bolt my face, or I don't know, a Street Wraith, because I need to be able to play my Death Shadow. The problem here is also that I need to play the Dauthi without them being able to bolt it. I'm not sure how. Probably I need to breach now just to surveil. I want to get rid of these useless cards. Yeah. We don't have much card selection in end anyway. Not playing Fable or such. So just being able to surveil once should be fine. Another fetch though. Let's play another breach. I want to keep the Street Wraith on top actually, so that's fine. So, do I prefer the Dauthi? I think I'm going to play the Dauthi now. Just cause I need them to use the Bolt here probably, and next turn I'm not able to play both Death Shadow and Dauthi anyway. They keep the Bolt in end. I'm going to keep the Scourge on top. Let's see what's the top card of their deck though. Another Bolt. Is not that great. Wow. Wow. I think that's a bit of a mistake, taking damage. But they obviously don't know that I'm on Scourge. I mean, they saw it in the last game too, but they don't know that I have a Scourge on top. They have two bolts, maybe they want to... I don't know. It's so risky leaving the Dauthi in play. They cannot discard the Archon even if they draw a Swamp. Creativity is such a good matchup for Death Shadow in general, or for Rakdos mid-range in general, because we have a lot of ways to interact with the combo, and we put a lot of pressure. Okay, this is pretty good. I think I'm going to attack, and if they want to bolt the Death Shadow, I can Street Wraith to pump it. Okay, they decide to bolt the Dauthi now. I think that's fine. Let's see if they do anything else. They don't, so let's cycle now. I think I'm going to keep the Ragavan on top. They have a creativity. They could use the creativity to get rid of the Scourge, getting me the Ragavan from the top. That means that I have 7 damage next turn. Ragavan is in hand, yeah, right. So I could get another Scourge, maybe a Death Shadow, and win the game anyway. But they have a Bolt too. Let's not forget that. Okay, that's what we thought. And we get a Bauble. Okay. It's a bit unlucky. And we are going to steal a Blood Crypt. That is not great. I'm going to play the other Blood Moon too. Okay. Nice game, easy game. Okay. I cannot keep this hand, obviously. This could be a bit better. Okay, let's first of all crack the fetch. I don't want to draw any more lands. Nice. Okay, so we are against Summer probably. I'd like to draw a bolt here or some kind of removal. Okay, so they probably don't have any white mana here. So we should just play these, attack with the channeler. And then I'm probably just going to play both shadows. Okay. Okay, perfect. That was a pretty good draw. I think I'm going to bait anyway the hammer. So I'll just attack. They probably are going to block a shadow, play the hammer, I push here. They do nothing. I should probably push it now. It's just some more damage. This way they cannot even bring in a Springy Drum. They cannot equip another hammer. Should be fine. I'll keep the fetch on top. They need to start jumping somehow. Next turn I'll attack them for 13. And then I will play the Scourge. This could be a Paladin. Okay, Spear Sentinel. Spear Sentinel, Planesgiver, and the number on something. Okay, this is strange. So I could die next turn. I shouldn't be dead. They need to block something here. Then I play the Scourge to block any creature they attack me with. Yeah, they need to block here somehow. I'm dead if their end is exactly Plains or any other land, Shadow Spear and Pure Steel Paladin. I'm not dead in that case. So I have this. I decided not to block. What? Okay, so in this version I don't have the prismatic ending, so I need to stick to the old plan. The only problem is Sanctifier. I'm not going to bring in the Blood Moons for two reasons. First of all, they are on mono white, so Blood Moon is not so effective there. And the second reason is that it's too slow for this matchup. I think I can cut the Street Wraith, maybe the whole package, bring in Terminator 2, something like that. Scourge is not great here, but if I manage to deal some damage, Scourge can close the game easily. Maybe Tourach is better than Breach. I'm not sure about that. I think I'm going to try this side. Okay, so we have some kind of removal and interaction, and we have explosives. So I think I'm going to keep here. And probably I should lead on Thoughtseize to get rid of any Sanctifier. They could also play Ragavan. Okay, so their 7 are not perfect, because they are still thinking about keeping or not. That means that they could have the combo, or they could have a good sideboard card against us, but not both. Otherwise, they would have snapped keep. Okay, they decided to mulligan here. I think I'm going to keep. I like this hand. We just need to draw one land and we are pretty fine. Plains into nothing. So I'm going to lead with a Thoughtseize here, because they probably have a Sanctifier or another 2-drop that they want to deal with by discarding it. And then next turn I'll play Ragavan or Dragon Rage, hoping to draw to a land. Okay, so they actually have a lot of stuff going on here. They need to take the Sanctifier for sure and pass it turn. So we can deal with one Stoneforge, but I need to deal with the other one too. So I need land. If I draw land, probably I'm just going to dash Ragavan here. If they block, I'm fine with it. That's a Cauldron, obviously. Okay, this is great. So I have two options here. Maybe I should probably just Ragavan here. I don't know, because the other option is nice too. playing Dragon Rage Channeler, Bolt on the Stoneforge. Then I can set up for another removal. And let's do that. And this way I can deal some damage too. And I'll be able to play the Scourge. Is this the planes we saw? Yeah, because we know these cards and probably. Death Shadow, I don't want a Shadow here. Okay, so the problem with this play is just that if I next turn dash Ragavan, that doesn't mean that they're going to trade, and I'm not sure if I have any other removal here. We still have a Dismember in the deck to deal with the Cauldron, but it could be a bit too slow. Okay, we drew a Terminate. I think I'm just going to Terminate now the Stoneforge. I need lands probably. I don't want another copy of explosives. Let's see what we need to deal with. We could also have a Sigarda now. As per Sentinel, okay. Sigarda, that's scary. I need land. Okay, this way I can explosives. Because they are going to place Colossus Hammer and Shadow Spear, and that blocks me from playing the Scourge. They cannot even play another Channeler, so I'm just going to play explosives here, make them draw a card. And then I'm going to crack the explosives in hand. Seems like the right choice here. Mishra's Bauble. No, it's a bit too slow, the Mishra's Bauble. So I'm going to lose all my Dragon Rage Channeler too, and then I need to put a lot of pressure next turn by playing Ragavan probably and something else. Another Stoneforge. That's a pretty good draw. I need to draw another removal here. It is not removal. So I think I'm going to dash Ragavan here. Nexus. Down to 7. That is scary, but we have an 8-8 in play. The problem now is that they have a Caldra complete. That means that they cannot attack me, but I cannot attack with the Scourge too. And then just need to draw a Sigarda's Aid to equip the Shadow Spear and win the game. But they could also draw Dismember and win the game on the spot because they will just activate Stoneforge to my attack and then I Dismember the Cauldron and win the game. And I think that they have to make the Cauldron play here. Because if they go creature cigar, that could be good too, but they need to block both of my creature. Okay, they choose to go for that route. Okay, Colossal Summer. And they want to make me block here by attacking. That's interesting. Because I just need 2 damage to win the game. We have 10 damage here. I just need a bolt now, Temur Battle Rage. This is kinda nice too. Yeah. They have a is it though? Because if I attack with both Ragavan and the Scourge, they just play another Hammer and Shadow Spear next turn, and that is not enough. If I attack with the Scourge now, I send them to 4. Then I play the Ragavan and they attack me with 12 damage and I cannot tank it, so I need to just go for the Ragavan player and hope to draw something good. Something really good actually. Nexus doesn't do much here. If I destroy the hammer now, they are just going to play another hammer and the Shadow Spear and I'm dead. Yep. I think I'm going to... Maybe Tourach is fine, I don't know. Let's try with the Tourachs. It should be fine. Maybe Breach is too slow. Yeah, okay. I had to draw like another Terminate or maybe or a Fatal Push there. Key Command 2 would have been nice. Okay, this is a keep for sure. Going to play Ragavan turn 1, pressuring them. Then I can bolt in case they play a creature, play Dragon Rage Channeler from the treasure into Mishra's Bauble or Thoughtseize too. Is a pretty good end. They could also have a slow start, that would be probably a GG. Because if they don't play anything here, I go Dragonlade Channeler, Mishra's Bauble, and Thoughtseize from the treasure. I think that the only play I'm not likely to do next turn is playing Scourge. all the other options seems better. So they are not mono white actually. Okay. So they could also keep a Spell Pierce up and stop our Thoughtseize and then go Sanctifier. Huh. They could also just play March and March our Ragavan here. Okay, do nothing at least for now. Let's see. Other land that's pretty interesting. First of all, we attack then. I think I'm going to do the Channeler Thoughtseize Mishra's Bauble play anyway. I could also play Thoughtseize first just to play around Spell Pierce. I don't want them to protect the Sanctifier in any way possible. Okay, let's play around the Spell Pierce. I'm a bit scared of Spell Pierce actually. So you have nothing actually. What's the right choice? This is really interesting actually. I think I can leave them the Path to Exile, take one Paladin, bolt the other one. The problem is that obviously I have to deal with the Urza Saga. Can I deal with the Urza Saga? Maybe taking Sigarda's Aid is better. Next turn they're likely to go Urza Saga, Sigarda's Aid, pass. And then they played another land, they... So Pierced Paladin will be the last of their plays. I think I'm going to take this Sigarda's Aid, it's the only way that I can deal with it right now. If they want to path my Ragavan, I'm fine with that. Another land to graveyard, thanks. Nexus, yeah. Okay, probably I'm going to bolt during my upkeep. Terminate 2, that's pretty good. We have 2 removals for their only 2 threats. Then we play the Scourge. Okay, so this turn they go probably just Saga, pass the turn, they're going to Path Exile something during my turn. It's fine. So upkeep, we bolt them. Do we? Do we bolt them here? Yeah, they're slow. I need to put pressure here. Another land. I don't need more lands here. Another land anyway. So let's attack now. I hope that they go Path to Exile on my Ragavan here, because I want to play the Scourge. Not having to worry about any removal. Okay, that's still pretty good. Springleaf Tram. I think I'm going to play the Springleaf Tram. I don't see. And it's me. For some reason, there is no more audio in the last few turns, so imagine me saying something about playing around their combo and such. This is a keep for sure. We're against Giganta, so that could be a lot of things. But I'll keep anyway. We're going to fetch, play Channeler into Street Wraith, cycle to find an Mishra's Bauble. Unless they play a Ragavan. Okay. We are most likely against Vix's Shadow. And that is a pretty good matchup. Because we play the Scourges. Oh, that is fine too, actually. I don't mind the prowess matchup. We have a lot of removals. So I think mm, I think that the right choice is probably just lightning bolt here. But they could have a mutagenic growth, so I'll start by looking at their top card and then play Thoughtseize, and then I'll decide if push or which one between push and bolt is the right choice. I kinda need another land to play my Death Shadow, so I'm just going to keep it on top. Okay, so they have a mutagenic growth, but they also have a lot of expressive iterations. I could also... I think I'm just going to take the expressive iteration here, then I'll push here, and they have a lot of interaction and damage, so probably I can bottom the land anyway. I don't need that much damage. And I'm likely to draw a land anyway. I know my aim, my draws. So they could go expressive iteration into fetch into swift spear attack. That means that I okay channeler. Bloodstained Mire into channeler. Hmm. Should I? Okay. I don't have delirium though. So I could just play a land here. Attack. If they go mutagenic growth, I can bolt the channeler. They don't, okay. Then we go channeler into Death Shadow. They play this expressive iteration and Bloodstained Mire. So they only have Swift Spear and one copy of mutagenic growth. We have two bolts in hand. So we should win by connecting these to the RCs here. What are you thinking about? Against Prowess, I'm just going to side in a couple of Terminates, maybe a Brotherhood and an Explosives, I don't know. I'm gonna check my personal guide that we are going to upload on Patreon soon. Another Sprite Dragon. Okay, and the Swifty too, probably, yeah, sure. So I'm just going to send the whole team in. If they block and do something like mutagenic, I can bolt. It is interesting, but I don't think that I need to play the Agadeem too. They're going to block the Death Shadow anyway. And this is going to be a 3-3, and they bolt here, they go down to 9. I don't want to play the Agadeem now. Okay, they go mutagenic growth on the Swift Spear. So let's all of these resolve. They are down to 9. Let's resolve also the Surveil trigger. They send a mountain on the bottom. So what if we should probably just get rid of the Swift Spear and the Channeler. That means that they need to chump something and then we should win. Let's bolt here. Graveyard. I want Breach probably and that's it. Bolt here. That free souls. Should I also bolt the Channeler now? Probably, right? Yeah, probably. They need to chump here and we win. Bauble graveyard. Please give me a breach. Don't need this. They are down to 3. That shouldn't be enough. That should be enough. I mean, even if they have a breach, there isn't much that they can do. Let's play this stop and pass. They have 2 cards to get rid of 3 creatures here. Okay. So let's cut our Thoughtseize. We are against an aggro deck, we don't need those. Bring in some more removals. Kroxa is not optimal here. And we can bring in an explosives. Probably 2. Cutting a Street Wraith too. Is this good enough? I think so. I'm not sure I want the Dauthis, I don't want the Tourach, I don't want the Blood Mons. And let's side like this. Should I keep this hand? We have two removals here and two shadows. Yeah. I'm just going to remove any creature they play. Let's fetch Shock here. They're most likely on Prismatic Ending, so maybe they have some way to remove my creature. They could Mutagenic Growth now, I'm fine with that. Okay. Next turn I can play my first Shadow. As a 3/3, maybe it's not enough. We wait one more. Yeah, let's go ahead and play at least one of our shadows. Expressive Iteration, not scared of it. I mean, they could always go land removal, but that means that they have no removal in hand right now. By Dragon. This could be their all turn and we win for sure then. That's a Street Wraith too. Let's go K command. They play a lot of hasty creatures. Should we Street Wraith now? If I deal them 7 damage now, 7 damage next turn doesn't change anything, so let's wait. They need a white source and a prismatic ending to kill my Death Shadow. Or 2 bolts. Let's wait. If they go bolt, I can Street Wraith. So yielding here is the wrong choice. Okay, that's the white source they needed. Let's see if they go prismatic ending. Yeah, most likely. Yes. Okay. You found the first prismatic ending, but you need another one. I want to wait to cycle the Street Wraith. This is going to be lethal next turn, unless they block. They're going to block probably. Need a removal. Or you need an 11/11. So if they deal me 3 damage here, they have 2 cards in hand, they could bolt me. They lava dart me, so they're trying to kill me here. That means that maybe I'm going to need to cycle the Street Wraith. Or maybe they're just trying to find the removal spell. They have only 2 cards in hand. They could have Bolt and kill me. I'm just going to take these. So they have another Lava Dart, 2 Lava Darts here. So I'm down to 2 damage. And they win. Unlucky. Unlucky. I should push 5 and they'd be dead anyway. Sadly, they had enough burn spells to kill me. We could do something like this. Yeah, we have some kind of removals. We have a channeler. I think I'm going to keep. I'm going to lose a bit of life points here, but this is what the decks do. They go ending something here. So they have a bolt here. Kill my Dragon Ray Channeler, or maybe a Lava Dart too. We have a lot of removals, but we need something to kill them. Channeler into nothing. Wow. This kind of crazy. I should probably just pull this one. Okay. Ragavan, that's pretty good. But they have a Lava Dart in the graveyard. With only 1 land in play, this should be good enough. I mean, I'm going to dash Ragavan. It's a Swifty. I'm going to push this. No creature will survive. I'm sorry. Death Shadow, let's dash Ragavan. Give me a creature, please. Bloodstained Mire. Like him. Okay, let's pass turn. They still have only 1 land, and we have a good removal. They probably have something to get rid of my Ragavan here. Oh, let's see. I'm going to play Dragon Ray Channeler after. You have nothing? Believe you. Okay. Next turn we can breach to a bunch of bubbles and probably end the game. Unless they have another Lava Dart or something. Oscar Mage, yes. I need lands. Bolt. I think I'm going to breach anyway. Just to draw a bunch of cards. So should I attack now? They have no mana. They decided to. Yeah, let's attack. I'm going to attack and then I'm going to play a bunch of bubbles. They shouldn't be able to kill me here. Another Soulscar Mage. Okay. This was a good turn. And then after the draw, this bubble too. Okay, they'll find their land drop next turn. This game is still quite close actually. They decide to attack me. Should I bolt now? Don't think so. Okay, this is the perfect throw. So I go, first of all, Inquisition of Kozilek here. Dismember to the graveyard. They have a lot of removals. They have Underworld Breach. So I should probably just take the breach. I know they're going to draw land here, and this is a bit scary. Because they have two bubbles in the graveyard, so let's take the breach. Now that we have this info, should I play the lightning bolt now to get rid of their mutagenic growth? Let's see my next draw too. Because if I go Ragavan into Bolt on the Soulscar Mage, they go Bolt, 6 damage, 6 damage. I think I should probably could also dash Ragavan here. That does nothing. They have a prismatic ending. They could also prismatic ending, bolt, prismatic one, bolt the other, attack me for 4 damage. So yeah, I need to go bolt here, and let's see if they use the mutagenic growth to prevent the Soul Scourge from drawing. They're a bit low here. Okay, they use it. I'm not sure if I'm dead or not. They have a lot of damage here. They have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I'm most likely dead with the Lavadar too. Fuck, I'm dead out of nowhere. That's sad. Let's see if they realize it or not. And waiting on the bolt was not a better choice. Maybe playing Terminate here. I don't know. I need to block here for sure. Okay, they missed little. Maybe they missed little. They have 2 damage here. Plus 9 damage here, plus 2 damage here, so I'm dead. Okay, they saw the line. That's so sad. This game was so close. I think I played it quite good. I don't know, this is just a dumb deck probably. Okay, we're on the draw. Should I keep this hand? Nah, probably not. We're against control. So this is a bad end too. Mulligan to 6, ticket 6. I think I have to. It's a bit tragic actually, but maybe we can do something. At least we got 4 good cards. Their elementals, the first end was bad anyway, so their control, okay. We have another land. Let's see if they have some kind of removal. They do, so I cannot play my Ragavan now. Let's go Thoughtseize. They have the old squad here. Probably I'm just going to take the Teferi. And then I'll dash Ragavan a bunch of times. All to kill the Narset, that's good. So they cannot play the Teferi now. They could also miss the land drop here. Super good. I mean, almost. Kozilek is fine. Solitude. Wow. I could bolt something here. They go brainstorm, I can bolt. So I need to bring in the Blood Mons and the Tourach. Maybe the Dauthi too. Okay, here at 2 end, they missed the land drop. I'm not sure if I want to play the Shadow. Gemstone Cavern. Oh. Because if I play the Shadow, they just go Prismatic Ending and that's it. Probably I'm supposed to wait. Narset.
Narset revealing. Counterspell. Counterspell is a problem. Unless I steal another Teferi. I need something good from their top. Like a Planeswalker of any kind. Narset, Jace, Teferi. Flooded Strand, that's not good though. So the problem here is that I'm going to play the Shadow just to drain off their mana. They're going to Prismatic Ending and keep a counter spell up for my Ragavan. I need to draw discard spell. Yes. The mulligan to 4 is what killed us here. Because even if we mulligan to 4, we have a pretty good advantage. We had a pretty good advantage. Now we are probably dead. Fatal push is kinda useless here. Unless they go Shark Typhoon. I don't think that they are in the Shark Typhoon plan. Another land. So this means that they could go big fairy. Kaira. Actually, I can kill a Kaira here. Scourge. We actually have 7 mana. So I could dash Ragavan next turn, play the Scourge kicked. Deal them 5 damage and then we play around the top deck bolt. This is a Jace, yes, obviously. Brainstorm. I think they're going to keep the Prismatic ending in hand. Planes, so they don't have a counterspell here. It's nice. Let's go. Kick here. They go Prismatic ending. Then we dash a Ragavan. Maybe it was better to dash the Ragavan first. I don't know. I'm dead next turn to Colonnade. It's down. Okay. Let's see if they go Colonnade or they go Storm Giant. Because he cannot kill the Storm Giant. Chalice on 1. Okay. Do you go for lethal? You don't. the Scourge. That's not pretty good actually, because they have a bounce here, but it's still something. They're just trying to deck better than them. I cannot even bolt them now. The Chalice. Yes. I can kill that. Counter spell. Okay. So we bring in this one, this one, this one, and we cut pushes. The Dismember. Two Temur Battle Rage and one Scourge. And that should be it. Yeah. I don't. I mean, Dauthi is nice actually. I could. I don't know. Maybe I can go something like. Fuck. Yes. This is not a keepable hand. This is close to a keepable hand. Not amazing, but still keepable. So they have a chalice. I need to take the chalice probably. They kept a one lander. Wow. Wow. They need to do something quick. Should they play Kroxa? I think is better now. Because I want to play around the minor misstep here. Supreme Verdict. Yep. Let's see how long they already have a land here. So let's let let's let them counter my Ragavan and play first Shadow. They're just going to Prismatic Ending the Shadow now. Or draw land, bounce with the fairy, play two shadows. There's control, keeping one blue land and they draw nuts, obviously. Yes, we are super behind now. They have a lot of removals, they have a subtlety. This is not what I wanted right now. But this could be good too next turn if I draw any fetch land. Okay, this is actually nice. So let's play our fetch land and let's attack the Teferi. They're going to Prismatic Ending one of them. Yes, I'm going to fetch. Basic Swamp. Kill the Teferi. Please Teferi die. You have two Prismatic Endings. Yes. Sure. And now we have like 2 turns to kill the Teferi. They could bounce here at Blood Moon and then I attack, they play Subtlety. We found an island here. Two blue. They play a Narset using those two blues. This undoing. So I need to kill. I need to kill the Narset now. This doesn't kill Narset. Okay. Discarding another copy of the Fury. So you can make them discard the subtlety and they go this undoing and I'm dead, so it's the right choice here. I think there is no right choice. They just go this undoing and we lose. Because I need to draw Chalice on 1-2, the ham. So sick. Okay, we can concede here and go to the last game, hoping to get a 3-2. I mean, this league was good anyway. The first two games we dominated, then we played against a lot of good draws. Okay, this is a snap keep. Giver. So what's the right choice here? Probably just killing the giver. I mean, I can kill the giver next turn. At least they have pressure. But if they go... I think it's better to kill the giver. They could go Stoneforge next turn and that would be tragic. Actually wouldn't because I have two removal spell. Whatever. They're on death and taxes. They play an arbiter. Wow. What an amazing card we have. Let's go Dragon Rage Chandler into probably push. Can actually keep that. Do you have another arbiter here? No, you don't. You have a Stoneforge Mystic. I'm sorry, Death and Taxes player, but your deck is such a scam. It's too early for this one. Another Stoneforge Mystic and the sword. What's the plan here? Taking the Stoneforge Mystic and the other Stoneforge Mystic is fine, probably. But then if they manage to... Whatever. I don't have many removals anyway. Let's fetch here, let's kill the other Stoneforge. Kroxa to the graveyard. Play the Ragavan, we attack. And they need to draw a really good card here. They need to draw a Reparation is fine, Archon is good, Dahlia is good, the sword is okay if you draw another creature next turn. Thoughtseize is nice here. Let's go attack. And I have two choices here. The first one is to play Kroxa. The second one is to play Thoughtseize. I think that I'm playing against their top deck and not against their card in hand, so probably it's better to play Kroxa here. I'm not going to keep Delirium here. It should be fine doing like this. Because I have another creature and a sorcery in hand. They go to 9. Fact is that even if they play another creature and equip the creature, okay, you can block the Ragavan, but you're still taking 3 damage here. Whatever. That is a black creature. Oh, you wanted to... Yeah. I mean, they can still win, obviously, but they need to draw a really good card. Okay. So we need Tourach here, explosives, Brotherhood, and probably that's it. Don't like the Thoughtseize against them. Probably Underworld Breach is not good enough. Maybe another removal is fine. They bring in the Dauthi too. That is not a bad card here. But I think that the rest is better. They still have Solitude, but the fact is that they not going to draw a lot of cards, so if they go Solitude without Ephemerate, it's worth for me, not for them. Okay, this is a good end I'm going to keep. Lanes into nothing, okay. This is probably a Ragavan turn. Because I'm likely to kill any of their creatures anyway. Seiju. Lira. Yes, so. So they could ephemerate the Solitude. Let's go fetch. If they ephemerate the Solitude, I'm fine with that. I mean, they're down on cards and. Okay. Oops. Let's avoid misclicking here because I need to kill the Melira now. I think I'm going to keep the bolt on top. Go Ragavan, give me one of their creatures. Give me a, I don't know, a giver of runes, please. Thanks. Thanks, Ragavan. We have a bolt on top, so I'm going to keep it like that. So I'm not going to play the Mishra's Bauble here. So you need to call the cards because they'll come to you. You know what you're looking for. Sword of Fire and Ice, yep, and a Skrelv that cannot block. Okay, so we play a Dragon Rage Channeler. We go Bolt on this Stoneforge. We attack with all. Stoneforge. Graveyard, thanks. And Graveyard, thanks. Bolt there. Play Mishra's Bauble. Graveyard. So many lands. What the fuck? I need to reach Delirium, thanks. I don't think I want to. Yeah, I have to. Even if I'm going to steal the card that I see with the Ragavan, I still need to crack it. And we can pass turn here. Give me another removal, please. It's a Ragavan. Tapped land, sword into play. Yes, yes. I'm sorry for bullying the Death and Taxes deck, but I mean, come on. They did nothing at all. And we even stole the Sanctifier. Land. They're still not done yet. They could have a Solitude here, but we stole the Giver. The only good card they play. Stop pulling them. Yes. You're going to take my Giver of Runes. No Giver. Okay. Okay, a 3-2, I mean, it's fine. I think that the deck show its strength in most of the game. We were super close on winning the Prowess matchup too, so I'm pretty confident that this deck could do something. We are still in a Solitude meta right now, so we still need to figure out what is better for the sideboard, but I think that this deck could be a fine choice in the future.